A container arrives at one of Nigeria's busiest seaports. On paper, it appears to be just another shipment entering the country. But hidden behind official documents and cargo records, investigators discover something far more dangerous. Concealed parts of pump-action rifles allegedly hidden inside the container. At the same time, another major discovery unfolds. Millions of naira worth of cannabis-infused products are intercepted, exposing what authorities describe as an increasingly sophisticated attempt by criminal networks to exploit Nigeria's international trade system. The question now is how prohibited weapons and dangerous substances are finding their way into legitimate supply chains, and what this latest seizure reveals about the growing battle against organized smuggling in Nigeria.
These items were concealed and they were not declared, obviously, as pump action. The people who did this did not do it for there was no clear intention. There was no other intention apart from the fact that they want to use it to cause security problems for us in the country. The fact that they have concealed it, the fact that they were looking for accomplices within the customs to help them bring it out, it means that their intentions were not genuine.
The Nigeria Customs Service says the discovery at Tinkan Island Port in Lagos is not just another seizure. Officials describe it as evidence of a growing threat involving international criminal networks attempting to use Nigeria's ports as entry points for illegal weapons and narcotics. But beyond the headlines lie a bigger concern: whether security agencies can remain ahead of increasingly complex smuggling operations that continue to evolve. The breakthrough came after an intelligence-led operation by the Nigeria Customs Service at the Tinkan Island Port Command. According to customs authorities, a container identified as container number TEMO 184536/9 arrived aboard the vessel MV VELIKA on July 8, 2026. The container was flagged by the Customs Risk Management System for additional inspection after authorities identified possible irregularities linked to the shipment. When customs officers conducted a physical examination at the enforcement station, they discovered concealed crates containing what investigators describe as knocked down components of Joseph pump-action rifles. The components were reportedly not openly declared, but were allegedly hidden inside the container in an attempt to bypass security checks. The exact number and configuration of the rifle components are still being determined as technical examination continues. The discovery immediately triggered a wider investigation into individuals connected to the shipment. According to Comptroller General of Customs Adewale Adeniyi, the investigation led to the arrest of one suspect on July 31, 2026 at the Mikfor Bonded Terminal. Authorities said the suspect was allegedly attempting to facilitate the release of the container when he was arrested. Customs investigators revealed that documentary evidence, financial records, and telecommunications analysis linked the suspect to the name connected to the shipment. Officials also disclosed that a payment of 10,000 naira was traced to a company account associated with a consignee on the day of the arrest. The Customs Service confirmed that two suspects are currently assisting investigators, while another case suspect remains at large and is being tracked by new enforcement authorities. The investigation is continuing as authorities attempt to uncover the wider network behind the attempted importation of the weapon components. But the weapons discovery was only part of the operation. In a separate interception at the same port, customs officers uncovered two 40-foot containers allegedly containing cannabis-infused products hidden among legitimate imported goods. The seized items included Delta 8 cannabis-infused pre-roll cookies, cannabis-infused gummies, and cannabis-infused cookies.
These are laced cookies containing drugs, cannabis sativa. Ordinarily, one would think that these cookies and want to consume it. The target are our children, the youths, students, and it's often used in clubs.
Some of these people do not know, they are not aware, because they just think that they are taking regular cookies. And it is clearly stated there, there are some nice words. They say vegan friendly. So if you're a vegetarian, you say this is for you. But then there is hemp derived. So this is derived from hemp. And then, of course, Indian hemp.
Authorities estimated the total value of the seized illicit substances at approximately 373.8 million naira. The shipment reportedly contained 109 cartons of Delta 8 cannabis-infused pre-roll cookies containing thousands of individual pieces, 125 cartons of Delta 8 cannabis-infused gummies, and 73 cartons of cannabis-infused cookies. The products were allegedly concealed alongside ordinary commercial goods, including used vehicles, pumping generators, fabrics, batteries, and electrical equipment. Customs officials said the discovery highlights how criminal groups are increasingly disguising illegal goods among lawful imports in an attempt to avoid detection. The latest interception raises important questions about the changing methods used by international smuggling networks. Nigeria's ports handled thousands of containers daily, making intelligence gathering, risk assessment, and advanced inspection systems critical tools in preventing illegal imports. Traditional methods of smuggling are increasingly being replaced by more organized approaches involving false documentation, hidden compartments, and complicated financial arrangements. The Customs Service says its intelligence systems, risk profiling technology, and cooperation with other security agencies played a major role in detecting the suspicious shipment. However, security experts have repeatedly warned that preventing illegal imports requires stronger cooperation between government agencies, international partners, and private sector operators involved in shipping and logistics. The discovery of concealed rifle components is particularly significant because illegal weapons entering the country could worsen existing security challenges. Nigeria has faced years of insecurity involving terrorism, banditry, kidnapping, and organized crime. Security agencies have repeatedly warned that illegal armed trafficking remains one of the factors contributing to the availability of weapons among criminal groups. The Customs Service says preventing weapons from entering through official trade routes is a major part of protecting national security. Comptroller General Adewale Adeniyi described the seizures as evidence that criminal networks are attempting to exploit legitimate commercial channels. He said Nigeria's ports would not become safe locations for trafficking prohibited weapons, narcotics, or other illegal goods. While the Customs Services has celebrated the seizure as a major success, questions remain about how many illegal shipments may escape detection. Nigeria's ports process enormous volumes of cargo, and criminal groups continue to change their methods in order to avoid security checks. The challenge for authorities is not only intercepting illegal goods after they arrive, but also dismantling the networks responsible for importing and distributing them. The arrest of suspects linked to the shipment will be crucial in determining whether investigators can identify the financiers, suppliers, and wider criminal connections behind the operation. The interception of hidden rifle components and hundreds of millions of naira worth of cannabis products at Tinkan Island port represents another major test in Nigeria's fight against organized smuggling. For customs authorities, the operation demonstrates the importance of intelligence, technology, and cooperation between security agencies. However, the bigger battle continues, stopping criminal networks before illegal weapons and dangerous substances reach Nigerian communities. Investigations remain ongoing, and authorities say more arrests could follow as they work to uncover everyone connected to the shipments. What do you think about this major custom operation? Are Nigeria's ports becoming better protected against criminal networks, or do more security measures need to be introduced? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I am Cassie Tony.